fine hooligans. Season 8, the finale of Game of Thrones. My goodness, so bueno. Folks, I can honestly say, I walked away from this ending. I didn't feel like I was cheated. Alright, well no. One way I felt like I was cheated. We'll get to that though. Just the story worked perfectly for me, folks. Yes, Dany had done something that the Mad King wasn't able to. But she still wasn't able to fulfill what she felt her full destiny was. Because that wasn't her destiny, folks. Like, oh my goodness. Drogon. I don't know if he shared her, like belief about the goal and stuff somehow. But like Drogon basically saying, if she can't have this, none of you can have this. The Iron Throne was made and destroyed by Targaryen dragons, folks. Oh, and also, all of you back then who hit me up saying, it's going to be about the throne. Why wouldn't it be about the throne? The Iron Throne is the whole thing of the show. Guess what? Huh? I'm just saying. I'm just fucking saying. I don't like being that guy who goes, I was fucking right. But it feels good sometimes. I'm going to say that. I fucking loved this finale. My goodness, folks. The lone wolf dies, but the pack survives. That doesn't always mean someone's literally going to die, folks. Jon sacrificed everything. His life, basically. Like, he knew that was a very big possibility. Yeah, I'm going to die here. He sacrificed everything to save people, to save his family. The lone wolf died, but the pack survived. What? And Bran, if this was his goal from the end, and that's him saying, like, why do you think I've come here, like, all this way or whatever? That is perfect. We thought the Night King and the White Walkers were super, super, like, fucking intense. They're going to kill it. This will be the end of the world. Bran might have known something we didn't. And he's like, no, let's get them to Winterfell. There's a lot of people here that'll be able to do it because of the Valyrian steel. Take them out. Whew, done, right? He knows that if Daenerys finds out there's another Targaryen, she's not going to allow that. She's going to fucking do everything she can to not have that. You know what I mean? She's gonna, and she's, like, I think he knew. It was one of those things, like, Daenerys wants to kill Cersei. That's the thing. She wants revenge for the Targaryens. You know what I mean? Bran was like, look, the Night King ain't that bad. I promise you guys are going to be able to take him. The Mad Queen and Cersei, they're going to deal with each other in a way. One of them might walk away, but we'll see. And I don't know. I don't know if he knew about, like, Jon and Dany and, like, their ending. You know what I mean? But I think Bran played that long game. He knew what was up. The wheel was broken, folks. I don't understand. Like, if you're upset because Daenerys isn't on the throne or Jon isn't on the throne, you have too many expectations. Jon never wanted any sort of title or throne. He never wanted to be King of the North. He told people, I don't want the Iron Throne. Why would they end the show with him sitting on it? That doesn't actually make any sense. Where the world has, like, left off, Jon had the perfect ending. What's the one group of people that he has felt love with, that he has felt camaraderie with? Obviously, besides the Night Watch with the whole camaraderie thing. The Wildlings. It was said a few times that, like, I think Tormund even said it to him, that, like, you've got Wildling blood in you. Like, you know what I mean? I love the ending for Jon. He comes full circle. He spent so much of his time at the Night's Watch and, like, at the Wall and everything. it doesn't really make sense for it to just be like, hey, now you're king of like the 6 kingdoms, or you're king of Winterfell. It's like, I don't want that though. I don't want to fucking be king. He gets to be with Ghost and the wildlings and just go live peacefully as they can. I love it. I absolutely love it. And like, okay. Here's the one fucking thing. The one thing about the finale, folks. You know what? Let me get a sip of my coffee first. Let me get a sip of my coffee, and then we'll, you know what I mean? It's gonna sting me for years. I'm gonna tell you that much. Okay. I want to hear the end of Tyrion's joke. That's it. That's all I want. I walked into a bar with a jackass and a honeycomb. I was so excited. 100%. Like, I can get my lady to confirm this. Like, when Tyrion started telling that joke, I, like, had a reaction where I was like, oh, we're gonna hear it. Like, I was actually excited to hear the end of this joke. And when that scene switched, folks, it felt like someone took the saltiest of the salts and just all on the heart. You know what I mean? God. Either way. This finale was fucking, I don't know. I loved it. I'm also like one of those people, I actually really, really loved season 8. I thought this was an amazing fucking ride to take. Season 8 was so good. I don't even care. I really don't. At this point, I'm like at a point in my life where I honestly, I don't care if you liked something or you didn't like something, because if I did, that's what matters to me. I'm not here to debate people who feel there wasn't enough character development in the final season of a show. It's fine. But like, it's just, there's so many things that people pointed to and like kind of bitched about that actually like they addressed in this season. It was, in this episode, the final episode. It was so fucking good. There were so many little nods to the audience there. I loved it. It was one of those things where it's like, hey, all right, you guys are going to get mad about it in episode 3 or whatever, or episode 4, but why don't you just be patient? Shit does happen. Like, I don't know. I love it. And it's one of those things too. Like, we gave Dany the power. And Tyrion even says this. When she murdered the slave, like the Slaver's Bay, the master of the Slaver's Bay, we cheered her on. When she took out anyone else because they were evil men, we cheered her on, and her power grew, and she believed herself to be more powerful. That doesn't mean you are more powerful. You just feel more powerful. And the people feel you are because they've cheered you on. You know what I mean? And also, with Sansa not wanting to be like, you know, not standing up and being like, I want to be queen or whatever. All she ever wanted was the North. You know what I mean? And that, it all went perfectly. For me, anyway. The Mad Queen is slain. Drogon, in a way, changes the fucking landscape of the place. It's not about an Iron Throne anymore. It doesn't matter at all. Arya, what's west of Westeros? She's said it so many times. This is where she's always wanted to go. She's always aimed to be this explorer. Bran, my goodness. He had the sneaky Uno cards everywhere on people. Oh, and we hear that towards the end. Someone asks, what about Drogon? And they say, oh, like, I believe he's flying east. And Bran says, like, I wonder if I can find him. If Bran can warg into a dragon, that would be so cool. But there's no room. I can't theorize about any of this, folks. There's no more episodes. This is the last Game of Thrones recap. What am my brain goes, talk about, like, what could happen. Why is Bran, like, what could happen if Bran war, but I can't because we'll never know. Game of Thrones. What a fucking great show. I loved it. Look, you can say on the channel, like when I first started it, I was like, I like it, but it's a little slow. Like I'm trying to remember everybody's names. That's when you're getting used to something new and everything. You go back, I love these, I love the show. I really do. I don't know. I saw a lot of people saying that like Game of Thrones will never be like Breaking Bad, and I hope not, in a way. Look, Breaking Bad, I got like it had its thing. You know what I mean? People liked it. I feel it went 2 seasons too long. I actually like the way that I feel now at the ending of Game of Thrones is like the exact opposite of how I felt at the end of Breaking Bad. You know, I don't know. It didn't really pay off. It wasn't the same for me. You know what I mean? And it's also one of those things, like, even just saying that. If you feel that Breaking Bad is better than Game of Thrones, okay. Or if you feel that Game of Thrones is better than Breaking Bad, okay. At the end of the day, we're all just taking exciting rides, folks, and seeing these characters. And just, it's beautiful. Thank you to everyone for all their work involved over the years. Goodness gracious. Okay. We're quiet kids, freaks, and weirdos. For the love of everybody, keep being weird.